everyone, my name is Uza from Uza's Food Labs, and I'm taking creative license to expand the definition of Uza's Food Labs to include gardening. So we are at Omo Gardens in Lekki Phase 1, and I'm going to be telling you about black gold in garden terms, not crude oil, but the foundation for every successful garden, which is good soil quality. It feels so good in between your hands, and I'm really trying to be fancy and just act like I am a proper person by wearing these gloves. But when I'm in my home garden, I dig my hands into the dirt and just love the squishiness of soil. And if you know me, that's a big one because I'm squeamish about absolutely everything. But the way I look at it, I love what comes out of my garden, so it's absolutely nothing for me to get down and dirty. See what I did there? Down and dirty with the soil. So, foundation for gardening. 70% of it is this foundation right here, your soil. And you don't have to import soil. That sucks. But you can do certain things to it to make sure that it's a good home for all of your plants and flowers that you're going to. I mean, look at it this way. You're not going to move your family into like a ramshackle thing. You have to make sure that the foundation of the house works. So, simple thing. Buy your soil from roadside gardeners, and they will have all sorts of interesting looking soil. You see red soil, you see black soil, you see brown soil. Just get good, nice brown soil, and you're going to get down and dirty with your garden. So squish it between your hands, and it should crumble away almost immediately. So that means that it holds just enough moisture. If it clumps up and stays together, yeah, that's clay. Water is not going to permeate through it. Permeate is like absorb. I'm feeling all fancy today. So get your soil, you buy it in a bag, take it home, and like I said, I'm squeamish about pretty much everything. And the worst thing that you want is to have soil, you plant things in it, and all sorts of random things start sprouting. And that's because when you buy soil, there's some dormant seeds and spores and bugs that hide in there. So the best way to do that, to take care of that, is to sterilize your soil. It's nothing fancy, believe me. Get the soil that you've bought and pour it into a container, any nice plastic container. Make sure it has drainage holes under. And oh, by the way, Maggie. Our friends at Maggie, actually, they sent us a couple of things that we can use in the garden, and I'm being innovative. We're going to be planting some things in plastic containers like buckets. I am going to be using the spoons as a shovel. So I'm not seasoning the soil. Fear not. I am not that crazy. You know, some people may argue. However, we're just going to be showing that Maggie supports this alternative lifestyle where we can actually grow our own produce. You can grow at least one thing, and using containers, you can actually build yourself an urban garden. You don't have to use the fact that you don't have space as an excuse. So that's that. So again, I ain't seasoning the soil. I'm not that crazy. After the hot water has been poured into the container, leave it for 24 hours, and that hot water is going to zap most of the bugs that are in there. And then after 24 hours, then you can plant. So, good soil. One of the good things that you want to look for are these. I can't believe that I'm actually touching these things, but earthworms are good in your soil. If you see them, please don't kill them. Leave them to do their thing. In fact, they poop in the soil, and abroad they sell them as worm castings. So one of the good things when you know you have good soil is when you see earthworms burrowing through. And considering how squeamish I am, I can't believe that I'm so happy to see worms. But earthworms are great because they aerate the soil and they poop in the soil, which adds excellent organic matter to your soil. Organic matter is like fertilizer. So I'm sure you're also wondering what this is. This is tissue paper roll. So you need to start collecting all your loo rolls now. And then we're going to be adding it to the soil, but I'm gonna tell you about that in a future episode, so you have to keep watching. So now that you have a new definition for black gold, garden black gold, it's time for us to all get planting. You don't have any excuses. We all live in a concrete jungle. I mean, I have barely any ground space, but we're going to be using alternative containers like these, alternative garden tools like these, and we're going to get gardening. We're going to promote the hashtag Garden to Table Nigeria movement. Everybody should be able to grow one thing, and then it's kind of cool to be making a meal and go outside and pick a pepper and take it inside. If for nothing else, it will look good for the gram. So let's get to it. Until the next time when we come again, subscribe to the channel, because if you don't subscribe, then you won't know more. And I also want you to leave me comments, ask me any questions, and then on social media, it's Uzos Food Lab. So follow us and stalk us. We'll be more than happy to answer, shut you down, whatever. Until the next episode.